Vegetarians. Trouble is, they haven't got any energy.
Can he do it again?
They're a bunch of wimps. Shame, but there you go.
Dylan Mills back for more.
You can't build muscles on carrots.
Oh, he's got him off the bridge
And healthy? Who the hell are they trying to kid?
Great Britain with the red balls, it's Emil!
All over the place, she was like brilliant.
What do you reckon, Emil?
About who, Nikki?
About vegetarians.
They're okay.
No, come on. What do you really think?
Give me a second. They're all right. I bet you don't know what a real vegetarian is.
Of course I do. It's someone that doesn't eat meat.
No, someone who doesn't eat meat, fish, chicken, or any kind of slaughterhouse product. You know, gelatine, stuff like that.
Yeah, my point exactly. It can't be good for you.
I'm a veggie.
No.
Yeah. 10 years. 10 years?
Yeah, all right, but you're different. Name me one veggie that's ever done anything sporty.
Okay. Carl Lewis, remember him? 9 Olympic gold medals, the greatest athlete ever.
All right, OK. One more.
Martina Navratilova, the greatest women's tennis player, again, ever.
Oh, all right. One more.
Ed Moses, 1,700-metre hurdler. I would say the greatest Olympian. Dave, Ironman Scott. Oh, and of course, Guy.
Guy who?
Guy the gorilla.
Oh, yeah, really funny, an ape.
What's so funny? We're all apes. All of us. You know something? The only difference between his genes and yours, and we ain't talking denims, is 2%. 2%. Anyway, what's this all about? So, what should we be eating?
Meat. It's only natural.
Natural? So why don't you go over there and take a great big chunk out of those carbs?
What? That is disgusting.
Where's your bloodlust? Your teeth wouldn't get past its hide. And where's your claws to grab it with? I'd like you to meet somebody. This is Dr. Chris Fenn, Doctor of Nutrition and Nutritional Advisor for the Everest Expedition, responsible for getting the first ever British woman to the summit and for expeditions to both the North and the South Pole. Tell me, Chris, do we have to eat meat? Is it natural?
It's natural for cats and dogs and lions and other animals to eat meat, but humans don't need to eat meat. In fact, right through our history, we haven't eaten very much meat at all. And that's because we can get all the nutrients that we need from a vegetarian diet. It's only recently that we've started eating more meat and more dairy products and things like saturated fat. Now that's unnatural, and that's not so good for us.
Yeah, but what about protein? We're told we have to eat meat because of protein.
A lot of people think that, but in fact you can get all the protein you need from eating vegetarian foods. Things like nuts and beans and tofu and milk, they're really good sources of protein. And even things like spaghetti and bread have got some protein in. So provided you eat a range of these foods, you're going to get all the protein you need from a vegetarian diet.
So go on then, say it, Nikki. You can't get enough iron.
That's not what the experts say. There's been lots of research on this, and the British Medical Association say you can get all the iron that you need simply by eating vegetarian foods.
Iron deficiency is no more common amongst vegetarians. A vegetarian diet is suitable for infants.
In fact, lots of vegetarian foods contain iron, but it's something that everyone, meat eaters and vegetarians, should watch, because iron deficiency is very common, particularly in young women, and it can lead to anemia. And the best way of avoiding that is to eat lots of fruits and vegetables, because they contain vitamin C, and it's vitamin C which helps your body to absorb iron.
Yeah, but what about all those other things that we miss out on by not eating meat?
Like what?
Well, you know, vitamins.
Vitamins are important, and it's true that meat does contain a lot of B vitamins, but so do lots of other vegetarian foods. Most of the vitamins and minerals we need can only be obtained from fruits and vegetables. We can't live without them. That's how important they are. One thing is certain, vegetarians don't need vitamin pills and supplements. These foods provide complex carbohydrates.
What are complex whatnots?
Complex carbohydrates are what should make up the main part of our diet. It's what gives us energy. And if you're a sporty person, you need more of these. But there's another important ingredient in a vegetarian diet, and that's fibre.
Yeah, I know it's important, but why?
Because it's what makes you go.
Go where?
Oh, you know. Oh!
Fibre is the indigestible part of the plant, and although it doesn't contain any nutrients, it's really important for health. It's important for your digestive system. It sweeps out all the toxins and all the poisons that you don't want. Most vegetarian foods contain a lot of fibre, but it's not only what's in the vegetarian diet that's important, it's what's not in as well. And that's things like saturated fat and cholesterol.
Saturated animal fat and cholesterol contain no essential nutrients, and both are linked to cancer and heart disease. They do not need to be included in the diet.
So are you telling me it's because of this health business that there's so many vegetarians?
Yes, that and the animals. I'd like you to meet somebody else. This is Juliet Gallatley, founder of the vegetarian charity v.4 and author of books amongst The Silent Ark and The Livewire Guide to Going, Being and Staying Veggie. She also has a degree in zoology.
Do you know nearly 1 in 3 young women don't eat meat, and young men aren't that far behind? In Britain as a whole, there are around 5 million vegetarians, and there are lots of reasons for it. The 2 biggest reasons given by people are 1, to protect their health, and 2, to save animals from cruelty in factory farms and slaughterhouses. Have a look at this. 750 million animals are killed in Britain every year for meat. Most of them are factory farmed. They never breathe fresh air or feel rain, and the sun never shines on them. Intensive farming is based on using the minimum space and feeding animals so they grow quickly and can be slaughtered as young as possible. Much of our ham and bacon comes from Europe, where dry sow stalls are used. Research shows that pigs are even more intelligent than dogs, yet they barely have the space to move. Public protests made sow stalls illegal in Britain from 1998, but even the alternatives are overcrowded and cramped. The sow has a natural urge to build a nest for her young, but that's not allowed. Nearly all sows give birth in a farrowing crate. Metal bars stop her from mothering her piglets. She can feed them, but nothing more. The piglets should suckle for 2 months, but after 2 to 3 weeks they're taken away. Home for most of them is a barren place of metal bars, with no bedding and absolutely nothing to do. These highly intelligent, inquisitive creatures have an urge to explore, but the only thing available to them is each other's bodies. They fight and bully the weaker ones, and bite each other's tails, so badly that sometimes the piglets have to be destroyed. To try and stop it, their teeth are crushed with pliers, or their tails are cut off, or both, usually without anaesthetic. Eventually, the piglets are moved into concrete fattening pens, and when they're killed after 5 or 6 months, this is where most of our pork, bacon, sausages, pepperoni and ham comes from. Of course, piglets in the wild don't bite each other. They've got so many other things to interest them.
I don't understand it. If so much meat is produced and so many shops sell it, and we're constantly being told that it's good for us, what's going on? It must be helping to build muscles or something.
Believe me, you don't need meat to build muscle. That idea went out ages ago. So let's get one thing straight. The 2 biggest killers in the Western world are cancers and heart disease. Heart disease will kill 1/3 of all the males watching this video and 1/4 of all the females. That's the size of the epidemic. Strokes, blocked up arteries and high blood pressure are all much lower in vegetarians. It's got a lot to do with the saturated fat and the cholesterol in meat,